What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jeremy's Point of View. Here in today's episode, I'm talking about the new movie, Black Adam, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. It's in theaters starting tomorrow. I got to see an early screening of it, and I wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts and my overall feeling on whether or not it's a movie that you should take your time to go and see. So before we dive into that, I do want to tell you guys about today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Arcadian, fantastic goat's milk soap, beard oils, body sprays, tons of great products. There's a men's line and a women's line. And if you use my code JeremyPOV10, you will save 10% off your order today. You guys can check that in the description box below. Also, my Teespring store information will be down in the description box below as well. Now let's go ahead and dive into Black Adam. So, Black Adam. Obviously, there's been a lot of different feelings floating around the internet and a lot of tempered expectations when it comes to going into this film and whether or not it's going to be an absolute shit show or not. And I want to tell you guys, coming out of this film, that my overall first impression is it's a decent film. It's better than I think a lot of people are making it out to be, than a lot of people are going into it thinking it's going to be. I will say it does have a bit of a rough start, a little bit of a rough ending, and I'll get into a bit more details on that. I'm going to try to keep this review 100% spoiler free, so if I feel like I'm touching lightly over things, that's the reason why. I don't want to give away anything as far as this film, but I will say the biggest highlight of this film is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If you like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I think you're going to enjoy this film. The middle portion of this film is very, very solid. They do a lot of fun things. Seeing Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson be this anti-hero that is literally just wiping out bad guys, it's cool to see. They do a lot of fun stuff with it. It's very entertaining, and it's enjoyable. The beginning of the film, it feels like this film was initially shot with almost it looking to be 3+ hours long, and it feels like they said, wow, we can't have this film be that long. We got to trim some stuff up. So in the beginning of the film, you get like this condensed 15-minute intro, and then you get that typical voiceover where they do a giant exposition dump, and it feels very forced, and I just hate when they do that. Sometimes it can work, but it's just so overplayed, especially in superhero films. So that's really my biggest issue with the beginning of this film. But like I said, there's a ton of fun to be had in the middle portion of this film. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson looks like he's having a blast out there. And if you read all the interviews, this was a passion project for him. He wanted to get this film made. I mean, he was announced to be playing Black Adam 10, 15 years ago. So this has been a project, and I even read a post today that he's been fighting for this for over a decade to get this movie made. And you can see that he has a lot of love and a lot of care for this particular character. You can see that in how much he's dedicated himself to playing this role. And if you like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, I think you're going to enjoy most of this film. But my biggest issue with the ending is I thought we were past these typical endings of movies where a CGI bad guy comes out of nowhere and it's this giant CGI cluster, at the end. And clearly we're not. We get a lot of that at the ending of this film. I feel like the ending was a bit of a disappointment with that. It's just this giant CGI spectacle, and it's just not my cup of tea. But ultimately, if you're willing to get through that beginning, go through some of it, it's not a perfect film. It is not a perfect film at all. But it is not as bad as I think a lot of people are expecting it to be going into it. So do I recommend the film? I do. Do I think you need to run out tomorrow and see the film immediately? Not necessarily. But if you got time over the next few weeks, you want to go to the theaters and enjoy a decent film. The Rock, like I said, he's having fun in this role. There is a lot of good to be had in this role, and then where this character could go into the future. So I do recommend, if you get a chance to see it, or you could always wait for it to come out on video on demand or on Blu-ray, 4K, the whole nine. So I do think it is a movie, though, that is worth your time, and it is worth the time to see, and I think you will have some enjoyment in it, and it's just a good, solid popcorn flick. Turn your brain off and have fun with it. So that's my thoughts on the movie Black Adam. Just wanted to give you guys that and not dive too deep into anything spoilery. I hope you guys get a chance to go see it, and let me know if you've seen the movie. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the movie. What did you think about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson playing Black Adam? And what gripes did you have with the movie? Did you agree with the issues I talked about in the beginning and the ending bad guy battle? So let me know in the comment section below. Please smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel continue to grow. Check out the sponsor in the description box, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Jeremy's Point of View. Until next time, peace.